Hey guys, welcome back to PED 110. It's pretty crazy to think that we are a quarter of the way through the semester already, or through the summer session. So the summer session flies by quickly. Um, so make sure you're paying close attention to these due dates. You've been great on that so far, so just keep it up. All right, so just a quick recap. We've covered chapters 1 and chapter 12. Chapter 1 was the introduction to the course, really, understanding fitness and wellness. And I want to highlight the wellness piece. Okay, we spend a lot of time on fitness, but it's important that we're living well. And so we're taking that holistic approach to improving our quality of life. And so much goes into that beyond just diet and exercise. Okay, we talk about other behavior change and behavior modifications where we can just make better decisions for us and improve our quality of life. And then we switched gears a little bit and went to chapter 12. And I went out of sync here, but if I have an expectation for you to engage in more physical activity and monitor that, then I want to be sure that you are safe in doing so, and you understand what that means and what considerations that need to be taken before you engage in regular physical activity, specifically for injury prevention. Okay, and now we're getting into the meat of it. And so this is going to be the part, chapter 2 in particular, that you are going to carry with you the rest of your life. So it's relevant now, it'll be relevant 10 years from now, it'll be relevant 20 years from now, as you're trying to figure out how to keep yourself in shape. And we all go through these cycles where maybe we really are serious about diet and exercise and taking care of ourselves and practicing wellness, but then sometimes we fall off. Well, this chapter is going to give you the principles you need, though, no matter what stage you are in your life, to incorporate exercise and physical activity in your life in a way that's meaningful so you get actual gains. So the general principles of exercise for health and fitness. It's chapter 2. We're talking about things like overload, progression, specificity. I know all of that is Greek to you right now, but the text does a great job of explaining those principles to you. And so by the time you're done with this chapter, you would really be able to start developing your own workout program. So you wouldn't need to go pay a trainer. You know the general principles here, and you could run with it yourself. So business as usual this week. We've got a checklist which keeps us on track. This video, a pretty cool video by Tony Horton. He's the P90X guy. He does beach body stuff. Super enthusiastic. This is motivational. Pretty short video, so make sure you take a look at that. And then we've got our quizzes with the PowerPoint and the lab. And I'm going to go to the lab in a moment, but we'll go ahead and skip down to chapter 3. And then here is the principles of an exercise program, so to speak. But down here we're going to talk about the different areas that we would address or focus on when it comes to health-related fitness. And so the first one is often considered to be the most important is cardiorespiratory endurance. Of course, that's dealing with heart and lungs. And so the chapter does a great job of working you through that. All right, so I mentioned the labs. And so this week you're actually going to have 4 labs to complete. So because of that, I'm going to make this disappear. You will not have to submit the physical activity monitoring report because you're going to be giving me some information in these labs that shows that you completed some physical activity. Okay, so you will not have to do a physical activity monitoring report this week. Now, so that will disappear and you won't be able to see it. Okay, let's take a look at these labs really quickly. For one, I had some of you asking me, well, why do we have due dates of 2019? That's simply because if I put due dates in for this semester, and let's say for some reason you missed a week, then it won't let you go back and resubmit that assignment. And I don't want to do that to you. Life happens, and so sometimes we might just overlook an assignment, and so I just schedule it far out so we don't get caught up in that situation. Your due date's always going to be listed right here in Moodle, so that's the due date you pay attention to. Okay, now these labs, and I've told you this before, I'm sorry, getting rather spastic. They're really about you. There's no wrong answer. Let me clarify. Okay, there's no wrong answer to these. These are just kind of self-evaluation type labs. So with chapter 2, you see you've got 2 labs here to complete. Chapter 3, you've got 2. Now when you click on this one, on the fitness test, it's going to give you 3 options. Notice my instructions. Choose one of the 3. You don't have to do all 3 of these. Choose one. Okay, so that's pretty much the only special thing about this lab. The others are just standard survey type questions. All right, so guys, have a great week. As always, I'm here for you. Again, chapter 2, chapter 3, you've got 2 labs to complete for each. You do not have to do the physical activity monitoring report. Guys, have a great week, and I'm always here. Just shoot me an email if you have any questions. Take care.